Minecraft, the game with no wrong way to play. Or at least, that's what they want you to think. And to prove my point, I'm gonna try and beat the game in a way developers would have never expected. I created a new survival world and spawned in. Naturally, the next step is to walk over to a tree and punch it for its wood. Ha! If only it were that easy. Punching your fragile fist on a tree is very bad for your skin. Instead, I traveled for hundreds of miles until I found a scorching hot desert and started scooping up some sand into my inventory. After that, I waited around until the sun set. And with night in full bloom, the baddies came out. And I welcomed our explosive little friends to this world with a good old right hook. Yeah, I had to rethink this strategy. The solution, you say? More creepers. No, 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 no. Haha! To be honest, I actually thought that was gonna backfire. After I obtained enough of the creeper's gunpowder, I found myself at a crafting table in a nearby village and made some TNT. Which means we're finally ready to blow up a tree and get ourselves some wood. Oh. Okay, I forgot I needed something to light the TNT. Can't use a creeper. That'd be too easy. But I could use flint and steel. But where am I gonna find... After very easily getting some iron, I went over to a gravel mountain I saw in the distance and scooped up some gravel until I got a piece of flint, made some flint and steel, and sparked my journey to the most pointless video I've ever made. With my newfound crafting materials, it was time to make some tools. Now, I don't have much wood, so I figured I would only craft the essentials. A sword and a hoe. I took the sword out to the forest and started making good work of it by chopping down some trees. This was a lot more comfortable than punching it. When night fell, I turned to my trusted hoe, using it like a scythe and sending those mobs straight to the Nether, like the Grim Reaper on a killing spree. But I didn't like walking around at night. It was scary. And as I watched my villager friends sleep so soundly and full of peace, I knew I wanted a bed like that. After asking Jim very nicely for some iron, I crafted up a pair of shears, which I used to get myself enough wool to make a bed. And finally, I could get some much needed snuggles with Reggie the villager. I felt much more equipped than I did 7 hours ago, but there was one critical game mechanic that I couldn't escape. Hunger. I'd been preventing myself from starvation through the act of damnation. But I couldn't keep on like this. Something had to change. And after many hours of contemplation, I reluctantly decided that I needed a food supply to complete this run. So, just like any Minecraft player, I got my hoe out, trampled some crops in a nearby village, and started tilling the crops again to make a wheat farm. And to stay somewhat productive, I found some chickens, dropped them in a hole, and then found some cows, who were also dropped in a hole. I decided to go foraging for some more iron to make some buckets. I then traveled across the freaking Sahara in search of some sugarcane. And by the time I returned from my adventures... well, I guess I'm waiting some more. Now that all my wheat is grown, I can make the food that every starter player needs. Cake! And finally, after many hours, I can fuel myself. Are you kidding me? That's it? After that shocking realization, I knew that one cake was not going to be enough. So I took the time to meticulously tend to my livestock and nurture my crops, until I had enough ingredients to make enough sweets that could give an elephant diabetes. Whatever, you get my point. It's a lot of cake. Now that food will no longer be an issue for the next hour, I decided to take one of my milk buckets and swap it out for water. I figured it might come in handy. And just like any professional, I began to venture into the caves to further my quest in beating Minecraft. After a little bit of digging, I was eventually able to find a network of caves that led to a pool of lava. And coincidentally, diamonds. Anyways, I placed some water down to generate some obsidian, and then started mining it. Well, this is gonna suck. After questioning my life's existence for far too long, I lit the portal and entered the Nether. And immediately got backslapped by some magma cubes. Ugh. Okay, so listen up. I need to complain about these little reject slimes. I spent so long trying to defend myself, but no matter what I did, nothing worked. Punching them with my fist? Nothing. Running away? Nope. Trying to talk sweet to them? You are really pretty. Forget about it. So naturally, what did I do? I tried the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, which is textbook Einstein insanity for the record. But remember, folks, this is Minecraft, so eventually... Oh. Okay. And now that I was settled in the Nether, I was able to venture out and locate a Nether fortress. Once located, I searched the halls until I found some blazes. Killing them would drop blaze rods, the next piece of my quest to beat Minecraft. I took out the best weapon I had and made quick work of them. And myself. Returning back to the blast site, I got all of my stuff back, but couldn't find any blaze rods. This may be a problem, so I went to a creative testing world to confirm my suspicions. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. But after a little bit of tinkering, I realized how stupid I'd been. The answer was in front of me all along. Snowballs! So I went back to the overworld, found a snowy biome, gathered as many snowballs as I could carry, and returned back to the village to set up a little snow golem farm. So I went back to the snowy peaks and set up a little snow golem farm to have an on-supply demand of snowballs at a moment's notice. And stacked like Frosty the Snowman, I once again returned to the fortress to face off against my flaming adversary. And after quite a battle, I was able to collect just enough blaze rods to craft some Eyes of Ender. Crap, I forgot I still needed Ender Pearls. You see, Ender Pearls are dropped from Endermen after they die. And additionally, Endermen are deathly allergic to water. So logically, it made the most sense to farm Endermen with a water bucket. Only problem was finding Endermen. So, I went back to the overworld and waited for nightfall. Then I would begin the hunt. After spending way too long drowning Endermen, I still needed 2 more pearls before I had enough to go and find the end portal. But I was sick of fighting Endermen. I needed a different strategy to spice things up. After a bit of research, I found that Woodland mansions sometimes generate a fake end portal room. God, why is it raining? As I was saying, after a bit of research, I found out that Woodland mansions sometimes generate a fake end portal room, which has a chest that conveniently contains 2 ender pearls. But after looking at a map of my seed, I noticed the closest Woodland mansion with an end portal room was tens of thousands of blocks away. Was it really worth it? Would it have just been easier to spend a few more day cycles to find some Endermen and give them allergic reactions to water? Anyways, I packed up some food and started making my way to the Woodland mansion. Did you actually think I was gonna walk all that way? I'm not insane. I'll get a horse. And so I decided to spend the next 5 hours riding off into the wilderness in search of the final 2 ender pearls that I needed. Finally, the mansion appeared over the horizon. Seeing this grand, auto-generated structure filled me with such joy and relief. I was on my way to beating the game. And after breaking in and doing a little bit of light reconnaissance, I located the fake end portal room, broke the TNT, and claimed my treasures after such a gruesomely tedious journey. But then it hit me. I left all of my pearls back in the village like an idiot, but I was not about to make that journey again. Oh no. No. That was long, pointless, and quite frankly, I think I lost a couple years off my life. So I decided to go down mining, and found a ravine with a lava pool. Made a nether portal, found an additional enderman, stole his pearl, and then mined enough obsidian to craft an ender chest. And after depositing my newfound riches in there, I then broke my bed and sealed my fate, all the way back to spawn. As soon as I respawned, the intellectual that I am realized I'd have to make another ender chest because I don't have one back at the village. So after more mining, hunting, and crafting, I finally got access to the rest of the ender pearls and crafted the Eyes of Ender. Now, Minecraft professionals are probably familiar with this next strat when it comes to finding the stronghold. I took out an anvil, which I stole from the Woodland Mansion, renamed an Eye of Ender to the following name, word for word, then copied that name into an internet browser and found myself looking at the 2D scale replica of my world. found the closest end portal, and started making my way to the specified coordinates. Totally legitimate. And just like any adventure away from home, I made sure to stock up on plenty of food, clean sheets, and made sure to carry some water to always stay hydrated. Once I arrived at the coordinates, I searched around for a little bit until I found the end portal room. I set up shop once again and began to prepare myself for the final battle. Now, back in medieval times, the prestigious commanding officers of each side's army would normally be perched along the back of an elegant stallion, moving at blistering speeds. But as far as I'm aware, creatures like these don't exist in Minecraft. So we'll use the next best thing. Pigs. After claiming my new steed, I named him Jerry and gave him a saddle that I found in the original village that I resided in. I grabbed my carrot on a stick and felt we were ready. But you see, the dragon is not a feeble foe, and if I wish to best her, I need to come forth with a plan. I've been reading up on this small YouTuber named Dream who tries to speedrun Minecraft in new and unconventional ways. He talks about a method to kill the Ender Dragon using beds and a water bucket. Since I've already got both of those, I figured I'd give it a shot. So I thrust both Jerry and myself into the end, ready to fight. The dragon will constantly regain its health through the healing properties of the end crystals, so the first thing I had to do was get rid of them. I was pillaring my way up to the first end crystal using the beds and destroyed it with ease. On my way down, I was feeling very confident about our odds. Until... Okay, Jerry, I'm gonna be right back. Jerry! Jerry! Filled with bloodlust and rage, I made it my mission to avenge Jerry and stared down my adversary, ready to stop her and her reign of terror. But then, I recalled some ancient wisdom that was passed down to me by a Walmart sales representative. If you ever wanted a deep emotional connection to an inanimate object, just give it a name. And so, for the sake of avengement, we shall name the Ender Dragon Gwendolyn. And just like the first tower, I pillared up and destroyed the other crystals, depriving Gwendolyn of her power. And as soon as I saw her about to perch on the bedrock fountain in the middle, I snuck underneath and began wailing on her with my bucket of water. After multiple cycles of hitting Gwendolyn with my tactical hydration station, she finally caved, and I was able to get the final achievement needed, thus beating the game. Just like how Notch and Mojang didn't intend it.